Hi, I am Bethany Blomquist, and my event is the Azusa Pacific University Soccer FootGolf Tournament. And you might be asking yourself, what is FootGolf? And FootGolf is essentially golf, but instead of clubs and a ball about this big, you use a soccer ball and a cup or a hole that's the soccer ball fits into. So as you can see here, we've got one of our participants in the tournament ready to play. The main concept of this event, the goal of it is to raise money for the soccer programs at Azusa Pacific University. Fundraisers are a huge benefit to programs that help the athletes and help the teams do things throughout the season that they need to do and be successful. So this tournament is a one-day event similar to a regular golf tournament for alumni and supporters of the soccer program to come and help raise money for the program. The feasibility of it is it's similar to a regular golf tournament. Many other teams at Azusa Pacific do golf tournaments and are very successful. So I think this event would be really easy to put together and pull off. It's got the potential to be very successful and raise a lot of money for the soccer programs. The potential outcomes, my SWOT analysis of this event. Some of the strengths, we've got a lot of alumni and a lot of supporters. So we would have a big list of people that we could invite, and with that, hopefully a big list of people that could attend. Foot golf is easy to play. You don't have to be able to hit a tiny golf ball into a tiny hole. You just need to be able to kick a soccer ball. This tournament would be supported. The athletic department at Azusa Pacific would be on board and willing to help out in any way that they can. And lastly, it's fun. It's unique, it's different. Why not do it? It's fun. Come and enjoy. Some of the weaknesses with foot golf, a lot of the courses are right next to regular golf courses and they don't shut down the entire course for a foot golf tournament, so you would be playing right alongside regular golfers. So there would be some potential for congestion or safety with golf balls flying and just kind of having to balance the two. It's our very first one, so there are a lot of unknowns. It's the inaugural foot golf tournament, so we're not quite sure what works, what doesn't, so we're going to kind of have to learn by trial and error. And then size limitations. A lot of the courses in this area that have foot golf at them are smaller, kind of par 3 courses. So the clubhouses are a little bit smaller, just the overall size of them and room to have people is smaller. So we may have to limit the number of people that could come and play due to the size of the golf course. Some opportunities. It's a great chance to build community and support for the soccer program, for supporters of the program to meet the players and coaches, coaches to meet the supporters, and everyone come together for a great cause. Revenue, this is a fundraiser. It's a great opportunity to make money for the soccer program. And then professional athletes. The LA Galaxy is close by, Chivas, different MLS teams, different things like that. One of the soccer alum plays in the MLS for the San Jose Earthquakes, so maybe have a professional athlete or two come to the event. And then threats, kind of just the threats that would be for any real event. Being in the LA area, traffic is always an issue. Weather could potentially be an issue with it being outside, and then we've all got busy schedules, so finding a day where the most amount of people could come and enjoy and pull this all off might be a tough task. So that is my SWOT analysis for this event. Budget. With any event, there are going to be expenses, there's going to be revenue, and hopefully the revenue is greater than the expenses. And with this being a fundraiser, our goal is going to be to reduce the expenses as much as possible and increase the revenue as much as possible. So some of our expenses, it costs about $18 to $20 to play around a foot golf. So while it's cheaper than regular golf, it still does cost money, so that's going to be an expense. Food. We're hoping that sponsors could donate food to the event, but you're still going to want to have water and snacks and different things like that, so having extra food around and snacks, that's going to be another expense. Printed materials, whether that's sending the initial invitations out or having programs at the end, at some point or another, things are going to be printed, and they're going to be printed in mass amounts, so that's going to be an expense. Participant package. We want to be able to say thank you to the people that have come and donated their time and donated their money and supported this event. So something like a package that would have maybe a APU soccer scarf or a soccer t-shirt or golf balls that have the APU logo on it. Some way for our program to say thank you to the supporters and be able to give to them. And then personnel, hopefully all of our personnel will be on a volunteer basis. It is a fundraiser. People love to help out those things and volunteer their time. But we'd like to be able to say thank you to them, whether it's a gift card or a small monetary gift to them. Somehow say thank you monetarily. And then T-signs, basically, I'll talk about this later in sponsorships, but signage for our sponsors throughout the course. It's going to cost money to make those signs. And then revenue, this is where the money comes in. Entry fees, we would charge an entry fee higher than the cost to play, so making money off of those entry fees would be part of our revenue. Our sponsorships, that's going to be a huge part of this fundraiser and probably where most of our revenue will come from in the various form of sponsorships, which again I'll talk about later. We'd like to have a silent auction where people can bid on different packages and things like that. Same with a raffle, buying raffle tickets, different things like that. And then general donations. It is a fundraiser. People do see this as an opportunity to support the program. So someone who may not bid on a silent auction or someone like that may just write a check or give a donation to the program. So that's another source of revenue coming from this event. Personnel and vendors. Like I previously mentioned, hopefully all of our personnel would be volunteers. And most of our personnel is going to be the coaches of the soccer teams and the players themselves. This being an event that supports their program, they will be doing most of the work. We will also need people kind of at the parking lot greeting the people as they come in and directing them where to go. And then having people at the check-in table signing them in for the day and getting that going. We'll also have the business office. Money's going to be being exchanged between people and different things like that. So having someone that has access to credit card machines and different things like that will be beneficial at this event that can take care of that and we won't have to worry about it. Getting all the silent auction items set up is another job that we would need someone to do. Golf course staff, obviously people that work at the golf course are going to need to help in the planning of the event and day of with any questions and kind of logistics for setup and different things like that. So golf course staff. And then miscellaneous volunteers, most likely friends and family of the coaches who are putting on the event, just extra hands that can help out with whatever may come about and be needed throughout the day. Those are kind of our personnel. And then our vendors, not many vendors are needed for this event. Most of our outside, everything is provided to our participants when they get there, so there's no real need to kind of have outside food and outside different things, but a couple that are available, the clubhouse at the golf course always has golf apparel or food or snacks or different things like that that they could purchase if they wanted. And then also with this being a soccer event, let's sell some soccer apparel and merchandise and different things like that. So that would be available for the participants to purchase. Those are pretty much our list of vendors as well. Timeline. This is an event that's going to take months to plan, so a lot's going to go into it in the months leading up. The first and most important thing would be to kind of reserve the location and set the date. Once you do that, everything can kind of move forward from there. We want to get information on the APU soccer website about the tournament so people can start booking their calendars and signing up for the event. At the same time, mailing out physical invitations that they can RSVP with and just get general information. We'll also need to find the sponsors and find silent auction items and raffle items and what kind of food is going to be there. All of those kind of main logistics is a huge part leading into it. Managing the registration as people sign up, as we get our volunteers, different things like that, knowing who's coming, who's playing, who's doing what, that's a huge part of it. Finding those volunteers those people to help out, making sure we have enough hands to help do everything on the day of. In golf, just like in golf tournaments, foot golf tournaments, you play in groups of 4. So once people sign up, they need to be put into groups of 4 to play together. And then also we need to assign the jobs to the volunteers, so they need to know what they're doing and be ready to go day of. And then lastly, putting together the program, which would potentially have a thank you to all the sponsors that helped out, and then kind of a season schedule for the upcoming season, so people could know when the games are and come watch and support that way. Day of, it's a pretty simple schedule. It's going to be the full day, but not a lot of shifting and changing, but kind of a smooth run through. Setup begins at 9 a.m. Everything that goes along with that, check-in table, silent auction, all that stuff, getting everything ready. People can start arriving around noon, signing in, getting their tee assignments, different things like that, getting their participant package, and then have lunch and a welcome done by the coaches, potentially an alumni, just a thanks for being here kind of thing, all the logistics for the day, and then our silent auction opens. And then at 2 o'clock, it's called a shotgun start. Basically what it means is each group of 4 will start at a different hole on the course. So you may start at hole 13 and play 14, 15 all the way around to 12. Someone else might start at 1 and go to 18. So it's just a continuous rotation, but that's what shotgun start means. Everyone goes at the same time. Foot golf takes a little less time than regular golf does, so I'm allowing about 2.5 hours for everyone to play. Should be more than enough time, so as people finish, dinner will be available. They can purchase raffle tickets, they can socialize, hang out, wait for everyone to finish. At 5 o'clock, we'll do thank yous and awards. The best team, maybe the most fashionable outfit, different things like that if anyone got a hole-in-one, different awards throughout the day. And then at 5:30, we'll kind of end the day with the silent auction closing and doing the raffle drawing. And then we'll have our cleanup and hopefully be out by maybe 7 p.m. if we're lucky. Beat that LA traffic. So, parking and check-in, very simple, nothing too extreme. You can park at the course, there's plenty of parking, that shouldn't be an issue. A greeter will direct you to the check-in table. And then you can get your tee assignment, get your participant package, buy raffle tickets if you want, figure out what the day is going to look like, and then enjoy some food and silent auction, and just kind of hang out with people as they arrive. So a very simple process for parking and check-in. And then lastly, our sponsorships. This is a huge part of this event. Most of our revenue and fundraise dollars for this event are going to come from our sponsorships. A title sponsor is going to be someone that is basically sponsoring the whole event, whether that's the Azusa Pacific Athletic Department or maybe Nike or the golf course themselves. It's going to be kind of the biggest donor who's going to give kind of a decent amount of money to the event, to the program. That's our title sponsor. Tee sponsors, kind of the way golf tournaments and foot golf tournaments work is that people and organizations and businesses have the opportunity to sponsor a hole. So there's 18 holes, so that's 18 opportunities for a real estate agent or a local restaurant or a local business or someone to support each hole, and then their logo or whatever would be strategically placed at whichever hole they sponsored. A food sponsor, hopefully we could get companies, restaurants to donate food to the event. Chick-fil-A is a huge supporter of APU athletics, so hopefully they could be one. Maybe La Tolteca, the Mexican restaurant down the street, could bring in kind of a huge catered buffet-style dinner, something like that, but find 2 restaurants that would be willing to do like a basic lunch and dinner for the event, and that would save us some money and expense on food. A ball sponsor, soccer ball is a huge part of this event. It can't be run without one, so let's get Nike or Wilson or someone to donate money or a bunch of soccer balls to the event for everyone to play with. A hole-in-one sponsor, someone to support or to congratulate whoever gets a hole-in-one throughout the day. It's as simple as that. And then award sponsor, someone to sponsor all the awards that are handed out. That might be an award company or someone that does trophies and things like that in town. And then individual donors, they're huge sponsors, they're huge supporters of the program. I mentioned general donations earlier, so that's essentially what I mean by that. So those are kind of the different opportunities for sponsors. A FootGolf tournament, I think, would be a really fun event and a great opportunity to raise a decent amount of money for the Azusa Pacific soccer programs. Thank you.